So today we are happy to have another mom, a bit older mom, with us in the studio, whose marriage just clocked 28. Now, in 28 years, in those 28 years, there had been ups and downs. It had been a roller coaster of issues. And we all know how it is concerning marriages. Now, when somebody says, they have a very happy home, happy marriage, and everything. Sometimes, I guess marriage is not usually about what we see on the surface. When I move closer to those people and ask what they are going through, they will have stories to share. Even the one that looks most beautiful out of all marriages, I'm sure if you move closer or you get inside the marriage, you will know how it is. So we know our guest this morning has a lot to share with us that we can learn from as women. You know, maybe the older the sweeter. Or she will let us know so that we'll know that maybe we have hope, right? So maybe as we move on in our marriages, we'll
take notes and learn.
Yes, we would have a hope that okay, maybe when we get to this stage to get sweeter, we'll learn more, we'll get better, we'll be wiser, everything will be better, you know. So this morning we have Mrs. Remi. So thank you very much, Mommy, for joining us on top.
Thank you. Let's welcome
Welcome once again, Mrs. Bangoje.
Yeah, thank you very much, my dear sister.
Thank you, ma.
Another moms, God bless you.
Amen.
God. I'm really happy to be here. Honestly, I'm grateful. What is happening today is like what happened in the Bible. A prophet told that woman, go and gather container, bucket, then continue to pour your oil. That little oil you have, continue to pour it. The woman started pouring it until that container, all those containers finished. When it finished, the oil stopped. Meaning that when God give you an opportunity, when God give you grace, when God make you to pass through an experience, that is the oil He has shared to us. He has given us that experience. Now look for opportunity, look for people to pour it to.
Into.
The more you keep pouring it, you are blessing lives. You are spreading. So I see what is happening today like that. So if I didn't share it, I won't receive blessing from God. I will bless somebody. As I'm blessing somebody, God is blessing.
Blessed as well.
Amen.
So we thank you for coming to share your experience with us.
Yes.
Now, this past 28 years, when it all started compared to now, just describe it briefly before you tell us the full story.
Thank you. I'll pick it from that statement that maybe the older it goes, the sweeter it becomes. Yes.
Okay.
With this scripture, Psalm 133, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together. Now, I now personalize it. How good and how pleasant it is for husband and wife to dwell together in unity. Now, verse 3, there I will bless them forever. In that unity, in your staying and sticking together, in your unity, God will bless you together. Now, how can you now get to that unity stage? Experience, time, years, going. It will get to a stage you will glue permanently. Except you don't have that mindset
to stay glued.
Because when you glue together, one, they won't see your what you say for from daddy and mom. So yes, so the higher it goes, the sweeter it becomes. But devil don't want us to get to that stage. That is why at 5 years, 10 years, you just see that the statement. I love you. It now becomes I hate you. I hate you.
Now, let's see from where it started.
Thank you.
What year was that? How did you meet?
So let's start from the beginning. The beginning. Before you get married, your child of God asks from God. Part 1. Now that you are married.
Let's start from there. Go.
Yes, now that you are married. That brother that I love because I like him as he's a spiritual brother. My husband is a spiritual brother. No, you like him, you look at him.
Emoji.
Man of God.
So they said that when I finally see that I'm going to marry this man. I see myself,
Divine.
we are blushing. But the moment we enter,
Wow.
so on
They
Sunday,
changed, baby.
you know, it was engagement on Friday, wedding on Saturday. So on Sunday, Thanksgiving. After the Thanksgiving, my husband said, sister, I'm going for a crusade. And we are going by night bus. Either to Owerri or Abia, but East Shani.
From where?
From Ibadan.
A week after the wedding.
It's
Sunday.
just Thanksgiving wedding.
Sunday.
Honeymoon time.
We have not even left church. We have not.
Wow.
Sister, I'm going for a crusade. It sounds
Sister?
like
Saying this is not
Mommy,
what.
wait. Were you aware or
I wasn't aware.
before the wedding or
You see, we are not staying together. So our coming together is just funny, sha. He stays at Oshogbo, I stay at Ijebu. You know this distance. And there was no phone.
Okay.
So I used my office phone.
Okay.
University phone. Need to use the governor's phone. You get it now. So just see maybe one program or the other. We see hello. And as I said, I'm going. Hey, what about me? Let's go together. This is where I'm going now. No. Stay at home.
What is it?
I'm laughing now because
But then you were
passed,
pained.
we have passed that stage. Yes, it was pain. But I want to bring out something. Say no, stay at home. Going for crusade, missionary work, especially far distance, is for men. It's not for women. Stay at home. I was looking like this, as if I should tell somebody, help me to talk to him now. I was looking,
A day after the wedding.
I want to go and meet the rest brethren. They're going by night. As if somebody had, I don't know, they didn't hear, but it was just a coincidence. As if somebody had. Then one brother just called me. That one is a gisting guy. Sister Remi, you can never enjoy Brademola. It's not romantic, it's not friendly, it's too shaking. Maybe he cited us discuss, I don't know. But when my husband left, I just heard that statement. Oh, he was just laughing at me. I was pained. I went home angrily. We stayed at one of his uncle's house at Ibadan. I went inside. I cried. Lord, is this how marriage is? Then I prayed a prayer. I said, Lord, please help me not to keep malice. Help me not to have these grudges. He's going for an assignment. Bless them. Then the spirit, the story of Jael rang in my brain. Jael was not opportune to follow the husband to the warfare. Deborah had the opportunity. Maybe Deborah's husband did not even go self. We don't know. But for the fact that I said I should stay at home, I accepted. I can't fight him. If I fight him, he will have that annoying spirit going to do God's work. So he should not go there. So I have to pour my heart to God. Please, while I am here, tell me what to do. And I was on leave. I was on leave 2 months.
Leave for honeymoon. Imagine.
November and December, 2 months. So what will I be doing? And me, I can't sit down. You know, I'm an active person. Before we get married, I used to go for evangelism. I used to go for a crusade at our place. Now that I'm married, that we should be going together, I said, no. Can you imagine that trauma? We have to pray it off. So the following day on Monday, I was there at the bus cutter. I said, let me go out and see what is going on. Just to walk around. Because I'm not used to that environment. So as I was walking around, and I noticed a lady, a fashion shop. Sewing cap, beret, all these berets. I saw so many berets in hundreds. I was amazed. Who is buying this beret in this local environment? Or maybe she's selling it. So I have to go closer. And she said, I used to sew it to go and sell at redemption camp.
Wow.
So, wow! I said, this is ministry and business. That's why I just cut it. I became a friend.
Sorry, the crusade that your husband went for was how many days?
A week.
Okay.
A week. Monday to Sunday. So I'm expecting him the following Monday. So during that week, I became the friend of that lady and I learned This, that. Now, what do I want to bring from that area? As you are entering into marriage, purpose in your mind, to our viewers, to our listener, that it will work. I will intentionally make it to work. Even if what your husband say is not palatable at that moment. Every weekend, I print magazine, I preach to people. Now that I'm married, and that is one of the reasons why I agreed to marry him. He's a missionary person, he's a ministry person. And now I say, no, stay at home. What do you know? Put yourself in my shoe. Me that I was expecting, okay, let's go.
Sister of God, SOG.
Stay at home.
And like as in cuddling, like want to be closer to him.
So that the anointing will be flowing.
Baba the law.
Praise the Lord. So the beginning of marriage, of our marriage, by the grace of God, is to listen to that strong instruction.
Ohun líle.
Ohun yẹn le. Ó le.
Lágbára sá.
Everybody know my husband. Ohun yẹn le. No.
But mommy,
Praise the Lord.
that daddy that I saw in that video.
Look gentle. That also look gentle.
That's why I said the what?
They have a
The
very
higher-
cool face.
Deceitful.
The higher before for you to hold his
You
hand.
were even holding him
Sincerely.
like you were the mom or something. Like
Funko.
because the way he was just so harmless, he looked very harmless.
My daughter that was picturing us. Daddy.
But Luke said it earlier, then you corroborated her that the older it
Yes.
gets, the
So
sweeter
that
it
it
gets.
comes.
But for some, yes, for a child of God and for children of God who are married, but then for some children of God too, you expect that truly the older it gets, the sweeter it should become. But
It's not
it's
fair.
just they just couldn't work it out.
Let me add. I know where you're going. Let me add this
Okay.
before you talk. In the beginning of marriage, this guy, the husband, every man, want to exert that authority
Okay.
in the beginning of marriage. And the woman did not want to agree. One day, you ask your question one day. I don't know what happened. Okay, you want to take my father to eye clinic.
Okay.
And he didn't want us to stress ourselves to come and pick him.
Okay.
So he came to our place. So that by the time we are going to office, the eye
Take
clinic
him
is
along.
beside our office. We take him along. So he slept with us.
Okay.
So 4 o'clock I wake up, do everything. And my husband said after the prayer, he went to say, "Where's my socks? Where's my socks?" He was shouting out. I was angry. I was in the kitchen. Hey, Grandpa is around. Hey, so, go and bring my socks. My bed. I didn't see it. Do you know what my dad did? My dad ran to the kitchen and tell me, "Go and look for his socks." This is where we put shoe. This is where we put socks.
And
This-
daddy that told you knew what it was.
Wait! This is where we put belt. Somebody knew one. My daddy said, "It is not the socks you need. It is you." Guy!
Already.
Do you hear what I say?
See how you people
Are you hearing?
But mommy, you were doing something.
Oh!
You were preparing food, and you were
My father
time
collects
conscious.
the spoon
And the food.
And continue.
and continue
Morogo.
because I was dishing it for the children.
Ah,
My father continued and said, "Go and look for the socks."
Not even your mom.
Him. Ha!
Not even
My
your
mommy
mom.
cannot do it like.
Yes, we're not emotional now.
Go and look for. Remember, it is not the socks. It is you.
What about the socks?
Don't do what your mother do.
Hmm.
Learn the mistake of your
Your
mom.
mom. Better.
Disobedient to husband. That is what caused our divorce. So, listen to your husband. Tó bá wúkọ́ bá wúkọ́. Tó bá ní kó gbórí sílẹ̀. If he say you should put your head down, do it.
Hey. Let me see.
By the time I enter, the socks, I just see the socks. This is the socks. Put it there. Put it there. You know this guilt something. I remember the statement of my father. At that moment, I want to believe it is God. And I said,
That's all.
He wants to show that I am in control.
Control.
Even when my father is
Is around.
See competition. I thought you said obìnrin ló máa ń jowú.
Ọkùnrin jowú. How bad you tóbìnrin lọ?
I got that.
Shall you get it?
Yeah.
I want to believe that it is God that put that thing there. That you want to pé bàbá wa bá mi lé ni o.
Àbí o. Máa sọ nǹkan tó máa ṣe
Ìyàwó mi ni
bàbá ẹ̀.
kì í ṣọmọ yín mọ́. Ọmọ yín ni
Ẹgbẹ́ ṣe gbàlẹ́ fọ́sẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ pọ̀ mọ́.
Ṣé kò yẹ yín? Ṣé ti yẹ?
Ẹgbẹ́ yọ, ẹgbẹ́
Tí
pọ̀.
wọ́n ṣe pé why should we be looking for salt in the presence of grandpa?
Àbí.
Ṣé you
Then
get
I
that?
feel you
Yeah.
have just even called
Called
you
you.
quietly. I'm looking
Ṣé
for my
wọn
socks
mọ
and
bí
my
tó
belt.
sọ́ọ̀sì wà ní?
Instead of shouting and
Look at
all
Bàbá
that.
mọ̀ bẹ̀. Bàbá mọ̀ bẹ̀. Bàbá fẹ́ wá, ó fẹ́ kí ẹ̀bùn ìyá wọlé ni.
Yínká,
Bàbá mọ̀ bẹ̀.
you've been quiet.
She's
You can't record
She's
it, you can't.
meditating, she's processing
because
that
Mom, the
information.
reason I said that thing is because okay, fine, it's because you I don't know. But for some marriages, it might not work that way because the woman will think the man is just being unnecessarily difficult,
Difficult.
tough, and all that. That must she be the only one that will be doing
all these
all
things?
the
My thoughts on
submission, all the okay, fine. I have to be the calm person all the time. Does
I
it not
can't
weaken?
just
Does it not present me as a weaker vessel? That
What?
the Bible has. Bible said we are weaker, of course. But when it comes to some area of life, we are not weak, oh mommy. We are very strong.
What did the Bible
Women
say?
are
The
strong.
Bible say every wise woman build her home. Do you hear about every wise man?
No.
Now the building of that home starts from making your husband happy. Submit to him. If you're able to do it for a particular period of time, your labor, the work of your hand, your sweat, your obedience will speak forth. Nǹkan tó máa ṣe rọ nìyẹn. Proverbs 31:28. Only the work of her hands will praise her. The children praise her. The husband praise her. Before they praise her, the woman don't work. So
She don't tire.
So that's why I say in the beginning, I'm sharing this for those who are here who want the mind to work. You start from the beginning. Lord, help me. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. So making marriage to work start from the beginning. Just like building a house, the foundation must be
Very
strong.
strong.
So if God wants to give you an assignment, if you have an assignment, there are so many things you have to take care at home. The home must be solid. The home is the base. If your home is not solid, it's not sound. If you are not connected together, if the children are not okay, what do you want to impact outside?
You can ask the next question.
So I was trying to think about what Temitope said earlier, and then I just want to just oppose it with what Mommy said, and I just felt that there is no crazy man that a man would respect so much
That will
that
not change.
will not change.
Exactly.
But the other aspect that might be a little bit difficult for us women is the fact that you don't know how much time. I want to
would you
believe
endure?
from our experiences and of course the experiences of people that we've listened to in the past, and we know that definitely there's no crazy man
Yes.
that a man will submit to. And
The
then
woman
it's
will
not
submit.
just about religion now. Let's look at people
Yes.
that does
Generally.
not generally.
Yes.
So I feel that we need to pick out that point for our listeners, that we need to get to a point as women that I've signed in.
No signing out.
Let me add this because of time. You know, at the beginning, he said no, it's meant for men. Now, I was posted to student affairs department.
In your
And
the
you-
university where you work.
Yes, and you know it has to do with students complaining here and there, and that was how God opened my eyes that these children need a mother, need a curriculum after school. That was where I got. Now that I
Extracurricular.
graduate, what next?
Okay.
What about marriage? In the curriculum of the university, there's something like marriage. So from there, God just inspired me to start that seminar
For them.
for them. Especially the core member, whenever they come and collect their call-up letter, then it was manual. We give it to them manually. So it started. because he would not allow me to go out. And thank God because I accepted.
And you have to fulfill ministry too.
God help me. Within 6 years, we have 4 children. So how will I even have time to go safe?
6 years.
By the time I come from maternity leave, 6 months I've been waiting. Me too today. So I want to believe that even for me obeying, God is blessing us. Even without this family planning also. God just space it for us. Now where am I going? I love since he did not allow me to be good, I started writing whatever instruction I gave from God. Then we started publication, tracts, magazine. I even brought some magazine here and there, distributing. One day, one of his elder brother, a professor, called. We don't know that person had church. Demola, I saw one of your wife magazine. I love that magazine. I love the content. Bring that to my church. We want to do women convention. So I have to pack all the magazine. I thought he will not allow me to preach. So I took all the magazine and the books along, thinking that he would do the preaching. After the preaching, I will
sell your books.
He now said, "Oh yeah, go." It was God that orchestrated, that planned it, and then God opened heaven upon me, and I preached. It was powerful. Series of questions. They gave me 1 hour to preach, 2 hours for questions and answer. It was answered. When we are going on, do you know what he did?
What did you do?
So you can preach like that. You can preach like that. This is God. This is God. The magazine, the book, they bought it. The honorarium, I gave it to him. Wow, I don't know that God can use you like this. And that was the beginning. If you have ministry, that's why I always say with passion, if you have ministry, you just make your husband happy. Do your ministry at home first. Take care of the husband, take care of the children. When it's hard, when there's no money, support him. Do everything you can. God himself will make way. It was Jesus' mother, Mary, that connect Jesus, that opened door, that introduced Jesus, that brought Jesus out. Woman, it is your husband that will launch you out into that ministry. Before he can launch you out, you must have satisfied him, make him happy. The children too will have seen it. And that was the beginning. Sometimes they are calling you, it is you they want to see. Go. Let me quickly add this. One day we had a meeting. And whenever I want to travel like that, especially on Sunday, after church, he will take me to the garage.
Okay.
Or if it is a nearer place, we go together. We have agreed. We have prayed about it. That day we are coming from church. It just branched at all. Sir, I'm going to take me to garage. Are you informing me or you are taking permission? Then he was driving. I was off. This thing happened.
But did you tell him before?
I told him. I didn't say anything. On getting home, straight to the kitchen, prepare food, everybody was eating. I went to the room, start praying, Lord, take this pain away from me. But please, how do I tell those that the people we are meeting together, my husband did not allow me to come? Please, what do I do? How do I arrange it? And I'm the one that called the meeting. How do I say? How do I arrange? Please take control. Do you know what happened? Rain started falling.
Yeah.
As I had rain, I was thinking 1 + 1. Should we postpone it? The phone ring. And my assistant was saying, Mommy, sorry, I couldn't go out. Rain did not allow me to go out.
God, that's
I said, okay, call others. What is happening? Should we postpone it? Blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day,
It's not about you anymore.
At the end of the day, they agreed that we should postpone it.
Wow.
I want to believe that God wants to compensate me.
Yes, for the obedience.
For the obedience. So at times, when your husband do what is so painful, what is so hard, please and please, it is paining you. Yes, let me tell you, the man, your husband, know that it is paining you. Oh, mom! Oh, mom!
But
report him to God.
Not to anybody.
Let me cap it up. When Abraham and Sarah was traveling, they got to a place. Abraham knew that when they know that their husband and wife, they will kill him. Isn't it?
Hmm.
What did he do?
He lied.
It is-
He said,
That
"Sir,
was his
you are my
sister.
sister."
So he prefer people to sleep with the wife than to kill him. Isn't it?
Selfishness.
What happened? Did Sarah say anything?
No.
Did she talk?
No.
Who fought for her?
God.
God has to rise up and go and meet the king. If you sleep with that woman, you are a dead person. Because she wants that woman to bring forth covenant child. Nobody must sleep with her.
Note,
Who fought for her?
mom's note that.
Therefore, you, mommy, listening to this, if your husband do something, he pay you well. I'm not talking about violence. Oh. That's another thing.
Not the type of
Violence
violence
is even in
row.
this. No. Violence is even here, not at the.
Even that violence itself, are you not the one that caused it?
Yeah, conversing.
So if you are
Don't let me
angry,
laugh. I don't like kids.
praise the Lord.
I'm
If you
brothers of
are
God.
angry, women, if you are angry and your husband annoy you genuinely, please and please.
Genuine annoyance.
Yes, please and please go and report him to God.
God.
Ask mommy about because we have a mixed listeners, and we have women that they got married to men that do not love God.
A natural man.
And I want us to carry them along.
Yes, definitely.
And of course, we have some women that already, they maybe in the course of the marriage, they found purpose and they wanted to do it right. But it's like the man is not
Supporting.
responding as it were. So when we have situations like this, because I'm sure that, of course, even if you didn't have that kind of experience in the course of counseling younger women, you must have come across this. So I know that we have many women that they wish that they could have a better marriage. They wish that they wanted to work it out, but it's not, they are not getting the same vibe from
The other person,
the
partner.
husband. And of course, don't let us be sentimental. We also have that on the side of the men too. The women too are not responding very well. We have some crazy women out there that they don't kokoto so ha
$100.
you understand? So let's look into this. How can, if it is just one part of one partner that is striving to make this work and the other partner is not responding, sometimes one can actually get tired.
Exactly.
So
Frustrated.
and frustrated.
Exactly.
So before
Misbehave.
people like that get tired and frustrated and do what
They are not supposed to do.
they are not supposed to do, what can we encourage them to do? I know that God factor is one thing that
It's very
every
major.
one of us need to key into, and we need to get to understand. But of course, there are other things that
Other marriages where the God
Yes.
factor is not really major.
yes,
You
yes,
understand? And they must be brought along as well.
yes.
Thank you for that question. And thank you for answering it halfway. Because for every problem, the solution is in the hand of God. Maybe if you look at it from this area, people will concentrate on that God's factor. The only institution God created is marriage. When we look at educational institution, we have review upon review. We have a new system. It wasn't like before. Before it was
6334.
even before 6334.
Okay.
5, 6, 4.
From 5.
Me, I do from 1, from 2, from
You did modern school.
Yes. Now it is now something again. Abi.
It's
Improvement here and there. But in the marriage institution,
It's
there
not
is
upgrading.
no upgrading now. There is no
the principle is
improvement.
just one man.
It's
one woman.
one.
It's like that. Nothing changes.
This phone have manual. If you don't follow the manual, you can't
misuse
enjoy
it.
it. It has many functions.
Yeah.
It is when you follow the manual that you will know the
How it
functions,
works.
isn't it? So also is marriage. You see, People don't want to follow God's manual, God's principle for this marriage. Yet they want God to bless it. Mass is not possible. Look at our parents, our olden day women. They don't know God. But that principle is still there. They submit, they subject themselves, they surrender themselves to their husband. It may take long, yet they will enjoy the man. There's this enjoyment, they just must. But today, that submission is missing. Why? It is the devil that is orchestrating it. For example, sorry to use this word, it is rampant. I don't like it. Not that I don't like it, it is not good. Honor one another. Husband honor the wife. Wife honor the husband. Before wife obey, the first statement there is honor one another. Now, how do you honor your boss in the office?
Full of all
You submit
ways,
whatever
by
you
all
want.
ways.
Even when it's not convenient for
Okay,
you.
By
exactly.
all means.
When I just gave birth, I have a professor. You resume office by 7:20. And as the secretary,
You have to be there
he
before
wants
him.
me to be there before him. I struggled. Then I was having issue with our baby. We were admitted, the baby was admitted at Osut, just like you see it, Osut, teaching hospital. So I was coming from the teaching hospital to the office.
Wow.
He didn't know. We were there almost a year. He didn't know until 3 months. I just broke down that day. I was just crying. Ridiculous,
She was on admission for a year.
story for another day. Don't go there. Ridiculous, I just start crying. I'm coming from Osut. I've been there since I gave birth. And you didn't talk? And you are coming? Because I don't want you to sack me. I don't want you to report. I don't want you to write something. Query. Now, what do I want to bring up? I have to inconvenience
Yes, yourself.
myself to
please
meet.
So if you can do it for your boss, how much more?
How much more?
That is
The
what-
man that
Are you
Wait,
saying
why
you
would
should
respect
be
their
like that
pastors
in marriage?
than their husbands?
Why am I doing that? Is it not because of food? Is it not because I want to receive loyalty, salary?
And salary.
What about my marriage that God is interested in? What about the marriage that will give me peace? Don't go out, yes sir. Excuse me, does that yes sir reduce me?
But mommy, don't you think we
Wait,
should talk about it?
We will talk about
Must
it.
I really?
No, we will talk about it. But when he's happy, two captains cannot be in the ship.
Yeah, exactly.
We know now. Is it every time you do ha ha ha? Is it every time you come on? There will be a time he will smile. Hello, darling. And if you want to talk, say it. Do you know what men fear?
Me too, I need
Do you know what men fear?
I need
Our
somebody to
listener.
study me and talk to me.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Do you know what men fear?
Praying too.
No.
Men fear a quiet man, a quiet wife.
I'm on way.
Exactly, I've done that before and it worked.
Tí o
The-
sọ̀rọ̀
Yeah,
yìí.
but it's all right, not today.
But that
But
spirit of violence will not allow you to do
No. When you shout, me ò nígbà, my
Let
dear,
me know,
wait, babe, you are not serious. And for the fact that you shout at him, the ego in him will come out. Even though it is wrong, he will purposely do that wrong
That is
thing.
wrong.
He will tell you that I am still the man. I know it's wrong, I'll still do it. The
Kai.
character will explain
Exactly,
it.
yeah, I've seen that.
He may not say it, though, but the character, I don't know, wrong.
The manly thing.
But when you keep quiet, my dear people, he will be afraid. You say, because men, I
You
don't
won't know
know.
the next step that you want to take.
Hmm.
You'll be careful, you'll be
Wow.
scared. Yeah.
Even if you don't have anything,
Anything in mind, yeah, of course, if
How
it's
that you're not
naturally.
talking?
then look at it from another point of view. As a woman, the Bible says, "He that find a wife, find a good thing and obtain favor."
Mercy.
I always tell myself, I am favored.
Mhm.
Without me, it cannot be
Do well.
fulfilled. But me, what God was, I must not do akọ.
You must not show it.
I must not show it. It is later that
But
you
mommy, please,
Not the
realize
favor
it.
he
so many
found.
men, like 60% of men, don't know that their wives are their favors.
But you
They don't want
have
to agree to that fact.
At the beginning, they may not agree, but in the course of time, your character, your quietness, the way you present matter, the way you talk, that is the work. Your work will now praise you. So to answer your question, for those that have things to offer, they have ministry, they have purpose. Yes, the other did not understand. Either man or woman, either husband or wife, your wife is not supporting, is not agreeing. Number one, beg God. That's why I say we can't leave that God factor, because it is God that created that woman, that stubborn woman. When you marry her, you didn't know that she's stubborn. Maybe something in her come out. Maybe she inherited it. My father always said, don't do the mistake of your mom. And it was their mistake that make me to learn. So beg God, Lord, you want me to do this, but my wife didn't understand. While you are praying, please men, while you are praying, show that sincere love. What is the meaning of love your wife? Audience, what is the meaning of that love your wife? Have no other person in your heart except your wife.
Madam,
Jesus loved us. He died for us. Do you love your wife to the extent that you can open yourself up? The moment you start telling lies, you bring in suspicion. And I said, truth bring trust. Trust bring togetherness.
exactly.
Togetherness will bind your love. We bring consistency. That is why as you are growing older, you cleave, you become one, because Edetiwa Mora, you have known each other. Why? Because that truth is consistent.
Ma, please,
Positive
I want to
C
add,
finish.
I want to add this. So over the week, I saw a video of a pastor interviewing a lady, and she's actually a product of a broken marriage. So she said that when she got married, that she got married to a very loving man, and she was not used to people loving
Okay,
her.
I saw that video.
I don't know if you saw.
Yes.
Okay, so thank God that you saw the video. So we have some people.
Like
I
that.
remember that you said when your dad came and he had to tell you to leave what you were doing to attend to your
him.
husband. Now, that's to a father that understood what had happened in the past and
I
did
want to
not
make
want that
corrections.
to
To
repeat
ha-
itself on his children.
The wise father.
You understand? So we have some women like that they are product of a broken home. According to that woman, she said that she always feel like a man should beat her.
Yes.
She always feel like she felt that if you want to show her love, that's the norm. Like
That's an
that was what she grew up to know. So if the man every time people want to come show her love, she always want to separate herself. She does not want it. She doesn't want to speak to people. So we have
See what
needs
parenting
help.
had cost her.
So now we need to also reach out to this kind of people. And while you are also answering that question, I also want you to put that into consideration. People that they don't understand what love is. And so even if they have a partner now who wants to show them love,
They'll see him as
they-
mad.
You understand? I know that I know that some of the things people will say is maybe you should see a psychologist or whatever. But I know that there is more to just seeing a psychologist.
I want to comment that the dad has done well. I remember something happened maybe a few months ago. Around, was it August? Yeah, August 1 to be precise. I had a fight with my husband, and I was like, my cold marriage in a say. So I remember me so. Marriage is so me. Of course, we always have that kind of time in our marriages. So my mom came. He called my mom. My mom is the next person. So my mom came and he said, and that is our national anthem from day one. Of course, we have issues like, but she will say that. One day I said, "Me, me, the man say, the man be ja or come instead of me." There is no time like ye, Mama soon be she young them yaisa. She no be misha. How is it possible came with Lomo against the multitini? Annie, or them do kill me. Go ye. To buy a 200 bucks in Simon a little cop. Oh, my was here. I'm only saving your head for your future and for these children. Kò síbi tó ti àti kí n kẹ́dìn ìyá alẹ́ àgbáyé máa ń pọ̀ wẹ̀yìn. Bí ọba ṣe ń ṣe ló yàtọ̀ síra wọn. So that day, just pay my mind like, okay, the worst is still coming, right? I will rather face it. Yes.
So if you're having issues in that regard, hear this. Your number one enemy is the devil. And he will do everything to frustrate you. He can use your wife, he can use your husband. I cited the example of Abraham and Sarah. Abraham was a friend of God, father of faith. But when they get to a fearful place, Abraham plays smart. He has to push the wife to danger. Sometimes your wife, your husband will push you to danger. Fighting will not solve the problem. Still, you have to cry to God. People, you may be saying, the husband is not godly or the wife is not godly. Every human being have this element of fearing God. You fear God in a measure. When things pass your hand, what do you say?
You submit to a higher authority.
It is God that can help you in that marriage. The problem is you marry somebody and you are afraid to tell that person your next move. Why are you afraid of that person? If you are afraid of telling her or him your next move, if you are afraid of opening up, then why did you marry that person? Why? So if your motive is wrong from the beginning, if you marry because of money, you want to collect money. If you marry because you want to use that person to achieve something, if your motive is not based on God's assignment, on helping each other, you help me, I help you, we build together. If your motive is not on that, one day you will end the marriage. Because the true motive will come out. No, my sister was asking that question, can't women talk? Can't the man talk? We can talk, but how do you present that talk? Communication. Your husband is angry. You say, let me say, you know your husband. That's why I always tell women, observe your husband. Know who is he, then adjust. My husband doesn't like flashy dressing. Hey, if you are going for wedding or for any function, especially at his place, you can put on polo. Don't you know that you are ridiculing me? You will abuse me. We will travel all the way from Ijebu to Ikire. I will hold our clothes. We'll sit in the car. I will hold our clothes and be begging. Enjoy. Number one, he has more stature. And me, I've eaten all his food.
He has fed you.
He has fed me. So by the time when I get there,
he's spending all his money on
with
you.
my head gear. So enjoy. Then I'll begin to say all manner of sweet talk.
You be saying, call me a canny.
Shortly we get there, he will just pack. And they begin to put it on. Angrily.
I don't just love it. But I just love it.
What my husband would tell me that there's no man that is stupid, that does not want love, that does not want to be given attention and side faults.
The time you are giving that side, you are not happy. You too, you have your own.
He will tell me that, oh, stubborn. Oh, my, okay, push you over, share. Oh, my, lagidi. Okay.
hug me. Your woman be caught man here.
I'm still looking for that charm in you. Wura. My husband will say, I'm still looking for that charm in you. I know you have it. Because eventually, ibi tó yẹ kó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ló máa ń parí sí. Ó yẹ kó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ kó ti ṣe ká má kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ dáadáa.
Ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ dáradára.
That charm, always bring it out. Wura, that charm, always bring it out. Yinka, that charm, always bring it out. I'm talking to myself to always bring that charm out.
We need
So I appreciate you very much, ma. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma.
Of course, you've been able to share just a brief part, a small part, yes, briefly, about your marriage in 20 years. But even from what you shared, you know, there's a summary that we started with, and it's the fact that the older it gets, the sweeter it becomes. So we could tell that it's becoming sweeter. I told you I saw that video, and I was like,
Somebody that will not wear clothes is now choosing clothes
for you to wear. Wow. Let's give kudos to him. Yes, I saw him.
Before, he will stand behind the camera and be telling me the Bible passage.
That's what you
I
say.
said, no, I don't want them to
appear.
I said, this, please, now, let's do
do
and my daughter do like this. Daddy, my shasha. Mommy, she daddy, my
Wow.
But our first time, daddy.
And he was talking, you know, and the way she held his hand and they were moving, and she was like, this man, I was innocent and simple.
It is God. And my own breaking down. Now, serious breakdown. Or is it that way we don't have work? I will want to body down here. Come and do a lot.
Jesus.
Just to survive. I said, let's go out. Let's go to another place and work. I said, God did not tell me to go
And work elsewhere.
I'm not doing this thing. It is God that get my work here. Hey, we'll give
Now, I appreciate you very much once again for coming, Mommy Remi Bangoje. Yes, Mrs. Remi Bangoje is a marriage counselor. She's a marriage counselor for those who know her on Facebook, of
Mommy
course.
Sweet Home.
Yes, she's called Mommy Sweet Home. And today, she's been able to share briefly with us her experience in marriage, and we have learned a lot. And the hope that we all have is the fact that the older it gets,
yes,
the
the
sweeter
sweeter
and better it becomes.